All right, Prof, this is your chance as a MangaTube influencer. You know that Yen Press is watching you. Now you just gotta tell them what the people want. Please give us a physical release of the amazing Manhwa The Horizon. And please, please, please reprint the out-of-print volumes of Yaomushi Pedal. The people really, really want this. Hello all my otaku friends, my name is Prof Otaku and welcome back to my channel for this amazing special unboxing. So a couple weeks ago, Yen Press reached out to me on Instagram and said, hey Prof, we love your stuff. We just love to send you a box of goodies promoting our new upcoming Manhwa publishing branch, Ise Press. And of course I said yes, yes, yes. Send it to me. I'd love to take a look at it. And today was the big day. I came home to an absolutely beautiful package. No, I do not know the contents of what's in this box. We are going to unbox this together. You're just going to get a live reaction. What did Yen Press send me? But this is a two-parter because I know that there is some manhwa in here, and I also got some manhwa from rightstuf. After we do the unboxing, I'm going to do a Should You Read Sunday first impressions on both these new manhwa series. So yes, you are going to get the Prof unfiltered opinion on whether this stuff is actually good or not. But before we get started with this video, I do want to acknowledge the two sponsors of the video, like I said, Yen Press and Ise Press, as well as rightstuf. So you guys know how I feel about Yen Press. If you take a look at my 2022 Manga Publishing Awards video, you know that Yen Press took the #1 spot. I think everybody in the community agrees that they are just doing some absolutely wonderful things, from quality control to reprints and giving us new series that we really, really want. So honestly, when they reached out to me with this press box, I was like fangirling. I was like, oh, yes, yes. But along those same lines, I think that probably means I'm never going to get sponsored by Udon anytime soon. And of course, rightstuf Anime, they've been a huge supporter of this channel and the Should You Read Sunday series, giving me new series to review for you guys so that you guys can have some things on your radar. With great shipping and fantastic customer service, they are my go-to #1 place for my pre-orders for the entire year. They continue to get my A+ stamp of approval, and I hope that you consider shopping with them for all your anime, manga, and otaku needs. So as always, thanks to Devin and the rightstuf team, as well as Yen Press, for supporting this channel, supporting this series, and supporting this video. Let's get started. All right, here we go with the unboxing. First, I have to shout out Ise for just putting out such a beautiful box. If you guys can see it up close, if I can get the glare out, you can see that there's all the different manhwa panels from all the different series that they're looking to release or have released so far. What a great touch, really, really nice. But enough chit chat, here we go. Let's unbox this thing. So first up here, we have a nice little notepad, which is always great because I'm always jotting stuff down for my YouTube videos. Next up here, we have an Ise Press little bumper sticker. That's great. Putting that right on the car. We have Ise Press's business card here. So if anybody needs to file any complaints, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So it looks like right here we have the Ise Press card. This just has their statement about what they do and a little bit about Korean manhwa. So that's a nice little touch. Diving more into here, we have a nice Ise Press lanyard. Oh, that's awesome. So I use a lanyard every day with my keys in it. So this is going to be switched out with my Cowboy Bebop one. Next up here, we have a little Ise Press keychain, which is a really, really cool thing. And look at this on the back. This is cool. It's got the Volume 1 cover of Tomb Raider King, one of their upcoming releases. That is so cool. Next up here, before we get to the manhwa, we have a nice little tote bag. Oh, that's great. It's got Yen Press's logo on it. What a nice little thing. And right here, oh, this is cool. Oh, cool. This is awesome. Okay, so these are little promo cards. You can actually make them into nice art cards. You can say they're art cards, really thick cardstock paper, but these are all their new titles that they're going to be releasing. So here we have Villains Are Destined to Die, Volume 1, The World After the Fall, Volume 1, The Remarried Empress here. Oh, I love this cover. This one's really cool. Tomb Raider King, Volume 1, which we just saw on the keychain. We have My Gently Raised Beast, Volume 1. Oh, there's a cat. Definitely copying that one. Oh, and last up here is a manhwa I do know about. This is a big one, guy. Big license from Ise Press, and this is The Boxer. So this is obviously a boxing manhwa, but I heard really, really good things about this. This is definitely one of my most highly anticipated releases from this company. All right, now to showcase off the manhwa. So when Yen Press reached out to me on Instagram, they said, hey, Prof, so we got 2 upcoming November releases. Villains Are Destined to Die in the World After the Fall. You can choose one. I went on my anime list, and I basically just chose the one that was higher rated. And I know that's just a terrible way with how to choose things, but that's just what happened. So with that being said, I have here volume 1, Our Villains Are Destined to Die. I cannot wait to dive into this. Thank you so much, Ise Press and Yen Press, for just sending me all this stuff. I'm just so blessed. I'm so thankful. I'm gonna read this week. I'll see you in a little bit. I guess it'd be like 10 seconds for you guys. I'll be in a new change of clothes and we're gonna do the Should You Read Sunday. Hello, I'm back. You know, it would have been kind of weird if I was wearing the same shirt, because it just would have told you guys I'm just really dirty. So quickly going over the aesthetics of both these volumes, these are set in the oversized prints, very similar to Vizsig's. Both of the covers aren't glossy, but they're not matte either, but the actual page quality is that very bright white laminate, which is really, really nice. Of course, they both read left to right because it is a Korean manhwa, but what's also really nice is that they're both in full color, so you're definitely getting an immersive experience. The only thing I will say is that the price tag is pretty heavy with these, with $20 a volume, so definitely an investment. Make sure you shop around. So let's start with the one that rightstuf sent to me, Daughter of the Emperor Volume 1. As of recording this video, Volume 2 has just been released, so it is available. So the synopsis of the story is that it follows a girl who's 25 and she gets brutally murdered in the modern world. The next thing we know, we see this girl wake up in this Renaissance type land, and she kind of looks around and then she realizes that she just got isekai'd as a baby. But not just any baby, she's the daughter of this emperor right here. But with the emperor, we find out that he's a real tyrant. He's a real dictator. He controls all the land. He's a warmonger and also kills and destroys nations. So in this first volume, we just follow this girl as she kind of gets acclimated to her surroundings and she interacts with all the people in the royal court. So if I can compare this manhwa to anything, it's a total comparison to Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting. You guys know how much I love Yakuza's Guide, so this really worked out for me. You basically have this very cold-hearted emperor, and you see his heart open up as he continues to interact with his daughter that he really didn't want. So just so you know, there is an overarching story in this Renaissance world, but it is presented as an episodic slice of life. So if you're not into that kind of thing, this might not be for you, but it does move well. What I do like about this is that it uses the world to its advantage and creates semi-interesting scenarios. We don't get too much about the world in this first volume or what's going on with the palace politics. I really hope they dive more into that in the future volumes because that's what this manhwa needs. But I really, really like the relationship between the daughter and the emperor. It's super wholesome. It definitely warms my heart, and it's really fun to see the emperor kind of change as we go through each chapter. The only gripe I will have to say about this series is actually with the daughter. So like I said before, she's 25 years old. She got isekai'd as a baby, but she has the mentality and the mental capacity of a 25-year-old. She does address that, yes, there are limitations being in the body of a baby, but just the way she acts is just really weird because she acts like a baby, but she's 25. So a part of me is like, you know, there are many things that you can do, or there's things that you should be able to explore, but you just don't. You just say, oh, I lie on my back all day because I'm a baby. So yeah, the MC is written kind of weird, to be honest with you. Hopefully that gets shelled out in later volumes. I really love the art. I think it works great with this series. I love the character designs. I think they're done very well. The only thing I will say is that some of the backgrounds are a little bit bland. I wish it was a little bit more crisp, but overall, I thought that this was a very, very good first volume. So yeah, this gets an 8 out of 10 for me. A solid first volume. I hope that it cleans up some of my concerns, and I will be picking up that second volume. All right, now moving on to the volume from Ise Press, we have Villains Are Destined to Die Volume 1. I haven't seen any sort of announcement for Volume 2, but definitely there will be more coming out. So I knew nothing of this manhwa except that it was very well received, so it perked my interest, and then definitely I saw the cover and I was like, okay, okay, all right, this could definitely be something interesting. And let me tell you, this definitely surprised me. This is like a hit out of left field. I never saw this one coming. So our story follows our main character, Yvonne. She lives with her 2 brothers and her stepfather in a pretty abusive household. She gets great grades and makes it into university and is able to move away from this terrible situation. So one day she's sitting at home and one of her friends says, hey, you have to play this new hit game that everybody's been playing, The Daughter of the Duke Super Love Project. So this game is a dating simulator game where you have the main character and then you've got the 5 love interests and you're trying to win over the hearts of the men. So she beats the game on easy mode. She moves to hard mode where you play as the actual villain, Penelope Eckhart. So this hard mode is very, very difficult and she loses countless times. Then she eventually falls asleep, but then wakes up isekai'd in this game as the main villain character, Penelope. Thus we see her try to navigate this game in hard mode and try not to die from those love interests that are trying to kill her. So I totally get it. If you're not into dating simulator games, visual novels, a more feminine manhwa, you're probably like, yeah, this isn't for me. And look, I was kind of the same way, and then you just start reading it and you realize how well this is written. The biggest pro I have for this manhwa are the characters, all the characters, especially the main character, but even all the side characters. The main character is such a well-written character. She's super deep. I kind of see her as a double agent. The way she interacts with the characters and then what goes on in her mind and the choices that she makes to get the most out of this game and these relationships, it's super well done and it kept me on my toes the entire time. Along with this, we get fantastic side characters with many different layers. We have this base layer, what we just see in the game and the harsh treatment that they give Penelope, or Yvonne for that matter. But with the choices that Yvonne makes in the game, we see these layers start to blossom in these side characters. We see their ulterior motives and how their interactions change as we keep going on through the volume. It's really interesting to kind of put the puzzle pieces together and go, oh, that's what they really want. I very much take this volume as a game of chess. You've got our main character who's the grandmaster and she's just moving all these pieces along to try to benefit herself. I also love the setting of this manhwa, that it's set in this highbrow European royalty setting, which is really, really fun. And it actually moves me into my next point, which is the artwork. The artwork in here is phenomenal. This is basically like eye candy. My favorite thing about this manhwa is the color palette used. The color palette is beautiful. All the colors pop out on the page and you can really see everything clearly, from the backgrounds to the character design. The clothing designs are super interesting and really, really detailed, and it's awesome to see how they use this world to create these interesting designs. This is a pretty long running manhwa, so my only concern is that this will get pretty slow. I hope it continues the pacing that we saw in chapter 1. Chapter 2 slowed down a little bit, but it wasn't terrible to the point where I was like, okay, like, come on, let's get going. But overall, this volume here gets a 9 out of 10 for me. Great. You should go pick this up. A fantastic release by Ise Press. Honestly, both these releases were really, really fun to read, and I wholeheartedly recommend both of them. So that is it for this doubleheader unboxing and Should You Read Sunday. I really enjoyed making this video, and I hope you got something out of it too. We all love manga, but I haven't necessarily explored manhwas that much, so this definitely opened my eyes to the potential of Korean comics, and I definitely want to explore more. As always, if you enjoy my videos, please hit that like button, tap the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so that you know when more of my videos come out, and I will see you in the next one. Take care now. Bye-bye.